This is an investigation into mere superstitions. We will be using critical thinking tools in order to determine whether these superstitions are valid. These superstitions trace back into ancient times when people thought that there was an alternate universe beyond their reflection. These superstitions, mere superstitions to be more exact, are integrated into our culture, mostly into our media, movies, TV shows, and sometimes we don't uh, investigate them. We don't really think about thinking when thinking about our superstitions. So today we will be diving into the superstition of 7 years of bad luck. The question at issue is if it is reasonable to believe in any mere superstition without sufficient evidence, and whether there is harmony between body, mind, and spirit when it comes to any mere superstition. Purpose of this investigation is to see if a tested mere superstition holds up to critical thinking, or if it is based on essentialism, which is derived from a sociocentric bias, because mere superstitions or any superstition has integrated into our culture and become a part of our lives. The concept of perception is a part of any belief. We use the concept of perception in order to understand the viewpoint of people of ancient time and the people who intently believe these superstitions today. This will create an unbiased result and a more efficient or effective result. Looking into a mirror usually doesn't just break. So when it does, people create patterns and connect unrelated things without using critical thinking techniques. This causes a conflict between type 1 and type 2 errors, which in a lot of cases leads people down paths to create incorrect conclusions. While exploring these different viewpoints, we want to be intellectually empathetic and say maybe there's truth within these mere superstitions. And in this way, we can stay intellectually fair-minded. A direct implication that a superstition is real can create a consequence of paranoia. However, to directly imply that a superstition is not real can create an atmosphere of intellectual arrogance. As William Clifford might say, a greatest asset is information. However, not everything can be tested. Therefore, not everything can have sufficient evidence. And this is the case for the idea that there are alternate dimensions within mirrors. So we decided to go outside and test another claim. We decided to test the superstition that if your reflection was in a mirror and it was broken, would you receive bad luck? This superstition is relatively hard to prove as well. The glass was even hard to break. As you can tell, I was unable to break it, so we had to try it once more. We finally broke the mirror. Now we're trying to answer the question, do we have enough evidence to say that this claim about mirrors is valid or invalid? And can we make a concise inference? In order to prove that there is 7 years of bad luck associated with breaking the mirror, we had to use the elements of thought. However, it still brings up an inconclusive finding because we cannot prove it. But I can say that all of us had relatively normal days and we didn't experience any excessive cases of bad luck or a personal bad luck. So this begs the question, how do you determine what bad luck is, and does the bad luck happen immediately, or since it we did this experiment intentionally, does this affect anything dealing with the bad luck? Even though not everything dealing with the spirit can be proven, I think using critical tools, using critical elements can still help a person determine whether their beliefs are logical and clear within themselves.